subscribe, click the bell, and turn on all notifications. The one-stop destination for all WWE and AEW. Seanzviewent Entertainment.
Your reigning source for the hottest, the latest, the most in-depth, the most descriptive WWE news, rumors, headlines, speculation, any doubt, any criticism, any back and forth, we bring it to you right here on this very channel, on this very show. Ladies and gentlemen, remember to become a channel member today if you want to save and help secure my future right here on YouTube. Because as we know, this isn't just wanting to be a future job. This is a way of life and is a way for me to come on here and give the viewers, the fans, the subscribers the daily dose, the multiple times a day of WWE right here. Bayley and Rhea Ripley both bring such strong, distinct energy to the ring, according to industry insiders. And as we all saw, the push for Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez has already begun. It has already started as we saw them get a win over the Women's World Tag Team Champions last night on Raw on Netflix. Now, what a lot of people are at odds about, and the big discussion in the world of professional wrestling, is Monday Night Raw. Is the start time of Monday Night Raw, perhaps the removal of Monday Night Raw. Now, I've heard some skeptics, I've heard some criticism. I've seen a lot of rumors and speculation online as concerns people actually creating now, this is something that I was kind of like, whoa. Listen, I know we live in a day and era where there's a lot of bills and there's a lot less thrills, okay? And I know there's a lot of people that haven't cut the cord yet and they still have cable TV or even basic television. And I get that, and quite frankly, I understand that. And you know what? Between, food and bills, they don't stop. They really don't stop, as we know. And it's very hard to live nowadays if you're not a doctor or a cop or an engineer. It's very tough to live within means if you're not a multimillionaire or a billionaire. And even them people I hear are having a hard time. But, so can you imagine what the poor people are dealing with right now? But, I'm probably poor myself. I probably am. I'm trying to make this my job. I'm trying to go all out with this. But the expectation was that YouTube and Netflix, WWE and Netflix, once Raw went to Netflix, that was going to really shift the momentum. That was going to shift the gears. Monday Night Raw was going to catapult in ratings. They were going to get better ratings than they ever did on the USA Network. Well, those first couple of shows did strong numbers. They did good numbers. They were in the top 10 Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Awesome. This is splendid. This is spectacular. And then as the next week went on, and then the next week went on, and as the next week went on, the ratings, the viewership, those numbers continue to plummet. And then once people saw, wait a minute, Raw isn't even 3 hours. We're not even getting a full 3 hours of Raw, and we're getting all these commercials, and commercial after commercial after commercial. And then they dwindle the time, but they want us to pay for cable TV and pay for Netflix on top of it when we don't even get the complete version of Monday Night Raw. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, well, Sean, there's no way Raw could be removed from Netflix. They got this major deal. They got this major promotion. WWE and Netflix, they got this 10-year deal. Things can fall apart as quickly as they began. Let me tell you that right now. I've seen it once. I've seen it in the entertainment business. I've seen it in the movies. I've seen it in the music. Just because you have a partnership, just because you have a network, just because you have a contract, if things fall apart and things aren't going according to plan, there's ways to get out of a contract. There's ways to back out. There's ways to go to court. There's a lot of different things, and a lot of people are mad. A lot of people are upset that Raw was removed from USA to go on Netflix, only to pay another fee, only not to get 3 hours of Monday Night Raw. Oh, well, we got 3 hours of Smackdown. Well, a lot of people are not only mad that Raw is off the USA Network, but they're also mad that Raw is no longer 3 hours, and it is now on Netflix exclusively. Now, could it happen that Monday Night Raw goes to another platform like Netflix, maybe Amazon Prime, maybe YouTube TV? Could it happen? I mean, in addition to Netflix. Now, again, as far as Raw getting removed from Netflix, probably not going to happen. Although, like I say, the ratings are a true sign here, a true teller of what is really going on in WWE. Because as we see right now, WWE and Netflix cannot be too happy. They cannot be too satisfied with Monday Night Raw. Each week, the number goes down and down and down. And pretty soon, you're going to be seeing USA Network numbers. And then you're going to say, well, why did they ever go off the USA Network? Because, Netflix is seen by way more people, way more cities and countries and continents than the USA Network. But right now, Monday Night Raw could definitely see just that. They could see the dwindling. They could see the downfall. This could be the rise and fall of Raw on Netflix. As quickly as it started, it could end. It could come to an abrupt halt. It could blow up right in front of WWE's eyes. This Netflix, and you got to wonder, what is Netflix thinking about this? I mean, Netflix could end this thing at any time. Netflix are already bankrupt themselves. I've read an article online. I don't know how true it is that Netflix is already bankrupt themselves. So I don't know. Again, I don't know how true that is. I don't know how realistic that is. But they are actually trying to come back from that, and they think with Raw being on there and all these other different shows and all these different movies, maybe Netflix can actually win and come up big when it matters most. Now, they're saying that WWE needs Netflix more than Netflix needs WWE. Again, guys, I want to know from my viewers, I want to get a little poll going. I want to get a little interaction, a little comments going in the comment section of the video. Who here has Raw on Netflix? Or did you buy extra Netflix on top of your cable bill, your regular cable? Did you buy Netflix on top of that, or did you already have Netflix? Like I said, guys, viewers, fans, and subscribers, there's a lot of different variables. There's a lot of different puzzle pieces moving here. And when you see a title of WWE Raw Netflix removed due to low viewership, is that one of the reasons why WWE and USA Network was not on the same page at the end there? Towards the end, USA and WWE Raw. Was it worth it, the bottom dollar, to the dwindling ratings? Maybe USA saw the writing on the wall, but again, money will talk. Now, WWE also has their YouTube channel where people can just go watch the highlights. If they don't want to sit through a 2.5-hour Monday Night Raw, they can just go to YouTube and see the highlights. And I think that's one of the big things here, is because WWE gets a lot of views on their YouTube channel. And I think if they didn't have that YouTube channel, more people would actually flock to Netflix. Because, again, people can just go on there and watch an edited version. They can watch a whole episode, a 2-hour or 3-hour episode of Raw in a matter of 20 to 30 minutes if they wanted to go on YouTube, and they could piece together all the highlights and all the different videos and all the montages. They could do that if they wanted to. So I think right now YouTube is a little bit detrimental to the WWE Raw success. Now, as far as Raw being impacted and Raw being removed from Netflix, never say never. Never say never. You really can't. But I know a lot of my subscribers, a lot of my viewers would love to see Raw back on the USA Network. In addition, now some are saying, listen, I wouldn't mind if it was on Netflix, just as long as it didn't move off the USA Network. It should have stayed on the USA Network. Now, if you wanted more eyes on the prize, Raw could have stayed on the USA Network, also had the Netflix deal. But obviously, the WWE could not do something quite like that. And again, the money wasn't there, the revenue wasn't there, the numbers just weren't adding up. So, again, a lot of different things we are looking at here as it concerns Monday Night Raw. But ultimately, what it comes down to, really, is you. Do you want Raw to stay on Netflix? Do you want it to be added on as an addition to the USA Network? Do you think it should go to another network? Should it go to another TV network? Should it go to another app? Again, guys, what would be the best course of action for Monday Night Raw? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the show of shows. We give you the hottest, the latest, the fastest, the newest, the most definitive, the most defiant. This is the show of shows. And as we always say, if it weren't for you, there would be no show. And if you leave your comments, your likes, your interaction, because this is where it will all happen. This is where it all goes down every day, multiple times a day, and we don't take a damn break. We're going to put that pedal to the metal, and it's going to be full bore. Now, unlike the Super Bowl, which is going to be very dull and boring and mediocre this year, because we already know the outcome, do you really know what the outcome is going to be when WrestleMania comes around? What will be the main events? What will be the matches? What will be the mid-card? What will be the starter? What will be the cliffhanger? I got a major report coming out in the next video concerning the Showcase of Immortals WrestleMania. I have a huge exclusive update that you're not going to see here anywhere else except for right here on the Brash and the Brazen, where we keep you in the know on all WWE from the get-go. Why? Because I said so. But that's not even all, guys. You may not be able to see me, but you can still hear me. Just like John Cena, you can see him, but you can't hear him. Or maybe you can't see him, but you can damn well hear him. Ladies and gentlemen, the next big update I'm going to have for you, and actually, let's see. Well, see. Okay, so let's just break this down. Let's actually break this down for a moment. The January 20th episode of Raw on Netflix ranked seventh globally garnering only 3 million viewers and 6.6 million total hours viewed. The episode also landed in the top 10 in 6 countries. By comparison, the January 30th episode performed slightly better in its first week with 3.7 million views and 8.2 million watch hours. Leading Netflix rankings for the same week was The Night Agent Season 2, which scored the top spot with a massive 13.9 million global views. Now, see, that's what Raw would want. That is what Monday Night Raw would ultimately want to be looking for, is those global views, those 9, 10 to 13 numbers. The WWE, I guess, are they just satisfied with the 3s and the 4s and the 5s? You know, again, the Attitude Era still drew better than Netflix, which Netflix is global. Remember that. Netflix is absolutely global, ladies and gentlemen. So, obviously, the fix is in. Where should Raw go? Where should it end up? Where should it stay? Has Raw been better ever since it got on Netflix? Or has it been about the same? Or has it been average? Or has it been the best? Subscribe for more.